Hey Jeffrey, it's Jim. I'm trying something new. Uh, I'm looking at the MLS listings that I sent you. I searched for at least four bedrooms, at least two baths, and within the Charlottesville area, with that are 300 to 500, 300 to 550, because you never know what deals are going to come up, and less than zero point 0.7 acres, so I can have a closer in neighborhood. So I'm just going to run through these that I've sent you, and I'm going to start at the top. Um, let's see, Parkside Village in Crozet, really nice neighborhood. It's actually where I live, and it's close to Crozet Park, which has a community pool, has doesn't have tennis courts, has a community pool, has soccer field, baseball diamond. It's about a point 0.5, 0.7 mile walk to downtown Crozet, which has Far Downers Pub and the Crozet Mud House and Dairy Queen and a couple other restaurants, and the Crozet Library as well, which is a small, well-trafficked library. This is actually a Hauser-built home. It's built in 2003, I believe. So hopefully there's that. Next is Redfields. Redfields is on the excuse me, southeastern part of town. It's a nice neighborhood. It has a swimming pool and a playground area. It's very walkable. It's a relatively large development by our standards. Probably 3.5 miles to downtown Charlottesville and the University of Virginia. Nice neighborhood. This one is an older Wade-built home, and Wade is one of the better builders in the area. I would give him probably a B to B plus grade. Gray Rock, this one is in Crozet. There are no amenities in Gray Rock. I think they have one tot lot, as it's called. Gray Rock is in Crozet. It's along Jarman's Gap Road. Nice neighborhood. This one is going to be done by a good builder as well, Randy Wade again. Nice neighborhood, close to your neighbors, and it's not walkable to anything other than your neighbors' houses. Forest Lakes. I mentioned this on the phone the other day. Forest Lakes is up 29 North. It's one of the, if not the largest neighborhood in Charlottesville and Albemarle. Very walkable, has community center, tennis courts, everything. It's very spread out as well. I mean, it's just a massive development. So depending on where you are, you may or may not be in a realistically walkable location to all the shopping that's up there, as far as the Hollywood Town Center, the Target, any restaurant you could possibly hope for is up there. It's by Charlottesville standards, it's a congested area that lots of traffic. Another one in Redfields. Mill Creek. It's on the eastern part of town, off of Avon Street. There you're going to be the Food Lion, one of the markets of Charlottesville, which is it's a gas station but with gourmet food. Very nice. Mill Creek does not have any walking paths that I'm aware of. So it's not a very walkable neighborhood. One of the complaints that I've heard over the years is that it's dark, meaning that it is, they're almost all cedar homes. But one of the benefits of Mill Creek is that it's built into the contours of the land. I mean, it's older home. This one, that one's actually 2006. It's one of the rare newer homes in there. But most of the homes are 1990s ish, and it's very nice. But back to the contour of the land. Contour of the land is in that they didn't clear cut the entire neighborhood or the entire area and then just build up homes. They actually built into the landscape, so you do have mature trees and a wooded feel to the area. Forest Lakes South, it's about a mile south of Forest Lakes North. Everything I said before, except you're a little bit further away from the shopping. Wickham Pond in Crozet. Newer neighborhood. This is a custom-built home by Vito Chetta. He's a good builder, good designs, open floor plans. The challenge with Wickham Pond is that there's nothing walkable. Eventually, they plan to have some, a dentist office and mixed use, but I'm not going to promise you any of that because one of the builders that was in there, Churchill Homes, went bankrupt, and a lot of their lots went into foreclosure. So the land values there have declined. That being said, it's a nice enough neighborhood. The homes are quite nice, and I'd feel comfortable showing you there just because of the quality of the homes. Again, you're not walkable to any urban center, so to speak, as far as the mud house downtown or anything like that, and there are no parks either within walking distance. Dunlora. Dunlora is in the center of center-ish of Charlottesville. It is adjacent to the Belvedere neighborhood, and there's one or two from Belvedere to come next. Dunlora is an older neighborhood by our standards. This home itself was built in 2002. Most of the homes are built in that time frame, 1995 to 2003. It is one of the more popular neighborhoods in that you have slightly larger lots. This one, for example, has a quarter of an acre, but it probably feels more spread out. Again, it has space, so it's not quite as close to your neighbors, but it still has the walking paths, has tennis courts at the front of the development, has a community center where they have a swimming pool and such. Nice neighborhood. Western Ridge in Crozet. Again, a nice neighborhood. It has the community center and has the swimming pool and has the tennis court. It has a reputation in Crozet of being very, very tight-knit. They have neighborhood events. They have a lot of interaction between neighbors there. One of the more popular from a Halloween standpoint. Belvedere. We discussed Belvedere on the phone. Nice neighborhood. I think that they're going to be doing some apartments in there as well, and eventually they're going to do a commercial space, an organic farm, and all those are earthcraft homes. So I think that from a build quality standpoint, you could be looking at something quite good there. Old Trail. I don't know if I'll send you the videos of Old Trail, but I will resend them. Old Trail, new urbanist development. Quite nice. Again, you're close to things. You're close to the coffee shop and restaurants and ACAC Fitness Center. And realistically, you could not have to get in your car other than go to work or the grocery store. Montgomery Ridge, again, it's not a very walkable community. It's up 29 North off of Polo Grounds Road. Good builder, I think, but the challenge there is going to be that while you are fairly close to your neighbors, you're not going to be really in a good position to be walking to stuff, parks, coffee shops, grocery store, etc. Mosby, excuse me, Mosby Mountain, which is very close to the Redfields development on the eastern part of town. Everything I said about Montgomery Ridge applies to Mosby Mountain. Again, good builder. I think it's a good location for proximity to stuff from a driving perspective, but it's not one where you are walkable to anything to speak of. Village, no, that's Belvedere again. We talked about Belvedere. Looks like a Village Square home. Huntley, it's nice homes in the heart of Charlottesville, but the challenge there, I mean, there are several there that are on the market now, and they're going to come up in your searches when you're looking in the city of Charlottesville. But realistically, I don't see these as being what you're looking for, primarily because there's no yard. Most of the lots in this neighborhood are extremely steep, and you may be able to get a feel for that if you go to Google Maps and look at the terrain option. But you can also see those homes in the background are significantly lower than this one. It may give an indication of just how steep those yards are. Kelsey Court, in town, it's a nice neighborhood, so you're going to have the walkability as well because of its location in town. Good biking location. I think it's one that if you're looking in the city of Charlottesville, I think it's one definitely we should at least take a look at. Village Place, infill development as well, right off of Cherry Avenue, behind the Johnson Village neighborhood. I think it's well worth looking at. You have the close proximity to your neighbors. You have public transit as far as the bus line is close. So again, I think it's one definitely we should take a look at. And that's it. Thanks for giving this a shot. I'm going to actually have this transcribed as well so you can scan the email. That's it. Thank you very much.